What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Granddad Wooly, here with another episode of Dead End Gaming, episode 168. And it is a special one because Takeover 3, nigga. You know what it is. DEW. 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 And you hear that voice in the background. You know what it is. Introduce yourself to the people. We already know, but say it anyway. God damn it.
It's your main man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath. We here with DEW Takeover 3. You know, usually this is when we talk about that game and stuff. We're going to get that shit out the way first. We can get all about that wrestling.
Right, nigga. As you can see, BZ and Tyler are not here this week. BZ has some personal matters he's taking care of, but he'll be back next week. And Tyler as well has family, I believe, so she couldn't be here as well. But they'll both be back next week for our long-awaited, highly delayed, nigga, are we ever gonna do it? Maybe, maybe not, but it seems like we will. Uno game, goddammit. Like this has been like the detox of DEG is this Uno shit, bro. Like, is it gonna drop or not? But hopefully next week will be our Uno weeks and we will see them next week. So this week, you're gonna get us. You're gonna get DEW. And we got a lot to talk about. But before we get into that, we're gonna get into this gaming news. You already know what it is. And we're going to start off with different segments. So we're going to talk about our games we played. Then we'll get into news and topics. And then right after that, DEW. You know what it is. Yep. So, Kev, tell them what you've been playing.
All right. So I've been playing this new game, Roller Champions. That's that.
Is that new roller skating joint?
Yeah,
I saw that. How is it?
It's pretty fun. It's still kind of buggy because it's so new. I've been playing this since like the day it came out. It's only been out like 2 weeks now. But yeah. It's pretty fun. I've been playing that. I played my cousin at WWE 2K. It wasn't my best performance. He's been talking trash, so he's gonna be at this family reunion. So we're gonna see about that. Maybe in person. See, it was a lag. It was a lag that messed me up. That's all it was.
Okay.
I played FIFA. I actually played with Sheed and my cousin.
Did he pass? Did he pass?
She did not pass. She refused to pass so much. He even told us as he kept getting the ball stolen from him, I'm not going to pass. Well, nigga, you're going to keep getting the ball took from you because I don't know how you expect us to help you if you don't want to pass to us. So yeah, I played that. I'm playing Apex. What else? I think that's about it. Yeah. Oh, I played a little bit of basketball 2K. It's just a little bit to make sure I remember the buttons in case we had to hop back in the gym. So
right.
That's it.
Okay. So yeah, not too much of a variation from what I was doing as well. I played some Apex, got a couple dubs, played some FIFA, still doing my career mode. I think it's about time for me to move on to another league. I'm gonna lock down the second MLS Cup with the Chicago Fire, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go international. I don't know what league I want to join just yet, but it's time for me to break away. I'm doing I'm leading the league in scoring. I got like damn near 70 goals. Ain't nobody stopping. I'm a GOAT right now. God damn it! Like shit. Last game 9 goals, nigga. I was killing them all day.
That's crazy.
So I was like, I think the MLS just is too weak for me. I need to get with the real niggas. The real niggas overseas. So, but yeah, I'm loving FIFA. Been playing that. Been playing Returnal as well. Tower of Sisyphus. Been back at that. Played some Super Nintendo with my son on the Switch. We've been playing this one game. It's I can't remember the name of it. I never played it before, but it's kind of crazy. It's called Congo something. But it's like this little jungle boy, and it's like a platform game. But it's kind of dope. And we actually had the very last boss. So we're gonna try to beat that tomorrow, but we've been playing that, and that's pretty much it. But for the most part, yeah, it's been kind of light on the gaming week because I've been working a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much all. But
luckily, I was able, because I was busy last week, but because we didn't have an episode the other week, I had more time to just pack in games. So it's you know what I'm saying? Because usually it would be week to week we doing something, but because we had that recorded episode that we dropped on the YouTube, make sure you go watch it on YouTube. The episode with Flash.
Yep, definitely check that out. Pro Flash, you played some Splitgate, a lot of fun. He was a dope guest. So make sure you check that out on the YouTube channel. Shout out to Flash as well for coming through. Very dope guest. All right, y'all. So speaking of dope, PlayStation came through with something that they rarely don't do with their state of plays, a dope state of play. Because hey, look, I don't know who had the memo, but they was like, look, bring that fire. Because Sony dropped their state of play on June 2nd, and I'm telling you, I'm excited. Like the lineup like let's just run down the games they announced first, and then we'll show some clips and we'll kind of break it down. So, Resident Evil 4 remake, you know, some VR shit, an update for Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man is coming to PC for you PC folk. A game called Stray. One I'm really interested in, the Callisto Protocol. That shit looks fucking dope. Roller Dome, Eternite, the big one, Street Fighter 6 on that motherfucker. Tunic.
That's what people like. Cause remember, I don't know if it's on Discord. Beezy had put out, like, Beezy actually posted in the Discord for a change. He posted a link of like everything expected to be announced. And when I saw Street Fighter on that list, I said, this will be big news if this is actually announced or have a trailer for it.
Right.
And it came to fruition. I was like, oh wow, they got a full trailer for this.
Right.
This is way more like they're further along than I thought they were.
Exactly. And then also a game called Tunic Season, and then Final Fantasy 16 as well. Shout out to Corey Bliss in the building. What up, Corey? But yeah, we'll start from the top. So let's start off with one I'm looking forward to. Me and most likely BZ are looking forward to. Resident Evil 4 remake. Now, Resident Evil has been on a remake spree. They just released the 8th Village as well, but they've been doing the remake. They did a remake of 1, of 2, of 3. I had them all, played them, love them, and now 4 is up. And at first I was like, Resident Evil 4 don't need a remake. It's dope. It's, it came out on the GameCube. It's a classic. But after watching this, I stand corrected because this shit looks fucking phenomenal. I'm in. I'm day one. I'm doing it. They got the chokehold on me, and I'm 11. Because, like, this RE engine that they're using now, I just love the way that the Resident Evil games have been looking using this new engine. And I just feel like Resident Evil 4, this remake, is going to be probably because Resident Evil 4 is probably questioned to be their best game. This is going to be their best remake that they've done. Because I think the engine and the look and the style, and I think also coming off of the last Resident Evil, which is sort of similar as far as visually and aesthetic wise, I think this is going to be a really, really, really dope game. And I'm gonna get it, and I just hope that everything. I hope my homeboy, the merchant, what are you buying? What are you selling? My nigga he gotta sound the same, all that shit. Ashley, old girl who I gotta carry around. I hope she ain't dead weight like in the first game. I hope she at least can do something a little bit better. But Leon looking clean, the environment's looking clean, everything is looking dope. I'm excited.
It good.
It looks good.
I've never played any of them, so I have nothing to add to this. But from what I know of Resident Evil, isn't it 4 like the most actiony one? Like
not well. Okay, so Resident Evil 4 was like where they kind of strayed away from the traditional pure sort of horror zombie version of Resident Evil, and they kind of made the enemies a little bit more threatening and more action. So it is more action to it, but it still had a sense of scare to it. 5, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 5, no 6. Resident Evil 6 is where they try to be all action movie and shit. 4 and 5 where they still kind of kept that survival horror, but they just kind of upped the intensity of it and the pace of it. So 4 kind of did it the best way, where it was like it felt like Resident Evil, but it still felt fresh. So that's why everybody loves 4, because it just kind of changed the setting, but we still felt like it was Resident Evil. And it gave us a different perspective too, because it was the over the shoulder third person perspective that was kind of different compared to the old Resident Evils, where we're kind of like these weird sort of like multi-camera angles. But it's dope. It was a dope game. It's a great game. It's my favorite Resident Evil, and probably everybody else's too. So this remake is definitely gonna be a day one purchase for me.
I don't play any of them, but I mean, I feel like now that I see that they're committed to this remake thing, I feel like I should go back and start on the Resident Evil 1 remake and try to give them a chance. I have nothing against Resident Evil. It's just when it came out, I was small and I still don't watch scary movies, so I avoid scary things. But these games don't really seem that scary, you know?
Nah, they've been tamed. I mean, by today's standards, they're a lot more tame than we thought. When you were younger, yeah, it was scary, so you probably be okay. But yeah, I say at this point, start with the remakes. You don't have to go back to the OG PlayStation 1 version. So yeah, just start with the remakes, give it a shot. If you don't like it, whatever. But yeah, I think it's a good, now that I see their plan for the new generation, this is the way to kind of play Resident Evil now, playing them through these remakes, and because it looks great, but it still gives you a sense of how the game should be, and also follows the story. It gets people up to speed on what the actual story and lore of Resident Evil is for those who might not have been able to.
I just want to double check because I know 8 is the most recent one in like the series. Now 8, that's already out, right?
Yes, that's already out. That's called Village. Yeah,
it's a continuation of the same story, or is it like a break and it's like a newer people?
It's
or like,
directly after. Yeah, it's directly after 7. So it's directly after the events of 7. So 7 sort of starts with like a new main character, Ethan, and then 8 picks up right after where his story is, but it also incorporates like characters like Chris Redfield, who was like an OG character and stuff like that. So there's still elements of like the throwback, but 7 and 8 kind of start Ethan's storyline, but it's like literally after everything else that happened.
Okay, yeah, I know more about them characters, like Resident Evil characters, when they're in other games, like when they're in Marvel vs. Capcom or something. Like I know about like Jill and Chris and stuff like that, not from actual Resident Evil games. They look cool.
Right. So next game, what next game? I guess we're gonna talk about it because it's the big one. We gotta talk about Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6. First of all, are you a big Street Fighter dude?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Did you play 5? Did you play 5?
I did not like 5.
You did not like 5 at all at any point?
No.
Wow. So 5 grew on me. At first I hated 5. And then it eventually grew on me when it got better and they fixed the bugs and they added more stuff to it. But I feel like just based on everything from what I've seen, as far as the trailer, the look of the game, what the game's supposed to be about, everything, they've kind of like figured out, hey, we can't have that bullshit that we did with 5. Like we gotta come out the gate swinging. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think there's been this much excitement for a new Street Fighter game in a long time. Like this much like off the rip excitement. Nobody has said anything like mega negative, I don't think, about what they've seen so far from Street Fighter 6. Like from just the look of it, the new open world aspect with the world tour that they're showing, that we're seeing on the screen. Like the character design looks great. Like Chun-Li looking good. They got all these. They got Jamie, the new character. They got Ryu up here. Word is Ken got divorced and lost the kids, and he all depressed and shit.
I saw that too. I've been keeping up all the leaks. They didn't drop the whole roster on the internet already for this game. The streets already know everybody in it. They know stories for people. Like
exactly.
Dang.
Yeah, Capcom couldn't keep it that much because there's so much excitement for it, but I don't think people care. We still gonna get it because like this game just looks phenomenal. Like the style of it. The look, it looks revitalized. It truly looks like a revitalization of the whole franchise, the way that they're doing the game.
Absolutely.
And it's exciting to see because this was long overdue. We'd had Street Fighter 5 for so long, and I was hoping that with Street Fighter 6 we was gonna get like a definite upgrade. And this looks more. This is like an extreme upgrade. Like I mean, the gameplay, everything. I can't wait to play this game. And on top of that, like I just think that the fighting game community is going to eat this game up. I think this is going to be, the tournament scene is going to love this game. And the only thing about it is that I'm curious about, because there's now 2 different ways to play the game. There's the OG way to play with the inputs, and then they have sort of like a easy mode where it's like a one button special moves and things like that. Where I don't know. Yeah, so I think the thing with me is that going to be tournament legal, or are they not going to allow that, or how is that going to play into tournament settings? But that's a different thing. But as far as just the game itself, this game looks phenomenal and day one, and I'm excited to see that they have moved Street Fighter over to a new, more revitalized look. I'm seeing in the chat people saying, I just hope it's not buggy. Me too. I hope the online is good to go day one. I'm hoping that's the only thing I'm concerned about is the online and the lobby's going to be fucked up. They got it till next year. It's coming next year, 2023. But that's the number one thing, because I'm telling you right now, people are going to be online immediately running fades. And if we see any lag, any bug, any drops, any crashes that are like that stops the game from just being like, playable, people ain't gonna be happy, because you got, like I said, Capcom cannot mess this up, because everybody remembers how Street Fighter V released. Everybody remembers that.
Yes.
And they're trying to right the wrongs. And so far, from what we see, it looks like they're righting those wrongs.
Yeah, everybody's happy so far. I haven't seen nobody complaining. Like, there's nothing really complained about. It just it looks like more Street Fighter, but also they're trying different things. Which, mean, that's all we can really ask for. So yeah, I think it looks good. I like the character designs. I like I don't know how impactful the open world is actually going to be, but you know they're trying something. I don't think it's going to hurt the fighting parts. So I mean, I'm not going to complain just yet. Um, I like the new characters they have. They have a nice like wide range of new characters.
Yes,
and they got Luke all through the trailer, and they told us for Street Fighter V like Luke is their future. Like Luke's supposed to be a big deal in the next Street Fighter, and he was the main character in this trailer. He probably going. It looks like he's gonna be the main character in this game.
Yeah, and it's time. It's overdue. It's way overdue. But I also like the fact that they're sort of like making like Ryu and Ken these sort of legacy characters. They're still in the game, but they're sort of like they're not the forefront, but they still are a vital role or have a vital role in the game. So, but I think it's way overdue that we get a new main or main protagonist. And Luke, like I didn't play as Luke in the last game, but I don't dislike the character at all. And I think if they develop them more in this game, I think he can definitely take over. And another thing that I saw too is like in this game, like the characters have like extra moves. Like of course you got your standard special moves, but then I think they have like these like boosters that can like unlock new moves within the match. So they have all these new aspects to Street Fighter that really are making it feel like a new and refreshed game. So I'm just glad to see that they really took, and maybe that's why it took so long for them to make this game, because they pretty much built it from the ground up. They said, okay, we're gonna scrap what we've been doing for Street Fighter 4 and 5 and all the, you know, extra additions we've been putting out. We're gonna build a brand new Street Fighter from the ground up, next gen, and make it feel brand new. So hats off to Capcom for what they've shown so far. And if you follow their Twitter, they've been constantly showing little tidbits here and there of like gameplay and different modes. So follow them or just check out the Twitter if you want to see more Street Fighter 6 stuff, because I'm pretty sure between now and next year we're gonna get a lot more information, a lot more trailers and gameplay and all kinds of stuff, and I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. So with that, another game I want to show real quick though, because I'm just really interested in this game, and it's from the creator, the OG creators of Dead Space, and I love me some good survival horror games, but the Callisto Protocol. Now this game right here got my interest, and I know if B was here, he'd probably say the same thing. But this is pretty much like I would say Dead Space on crack. Like if I could say it, like first of all, visually it looks great, but survival horror games, like I think outside of Resident Evil, we haven't had that many really truly great out the gate looking ones. But for some reason, this game just caught my eye, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm most likely gonna day one this joint. I'm most likely gonna day one this joint because like I just like the visual of it. This man look like Finn Balor low key, like with the, you know, like you know, the demon, but like. It just seems very like intense, gory. It feels like it's gonna keep you on the edge of your seat. You don't know what's gonna happen next. I love games that build up that suspense and that tension. And the enemies look great on here. So I'm just saying, like, look, hey, like look, if this is anything like the first Dead Space or gives me those vibes or even better or crazier, I'm all for it. So I just had to show this game because like right now, like. This is as far as brand new games are concerned, this is like one on the list that I'm like definitely looking forward to.
It looked cool.
Yeah. I fuck with it. It's up my alley. It's up my alley. Like I said, B was here, he'd probably say the same exact thing. But yeah, so make sure you definitely check that out. And all the other things that was put on to State of Play. Everything else is pretty much the stuff we've already seen or know about or
especially Horizon.
Hey, don't do that, bro. That update is out now. So if you have Horizon Forbidden West, go ahead and knock out that update. If you into that. But if not, all good. And also, like I said, Spider-Man for PC. If you ain't never played Spider-Man, I don't know how you ain't never done that. But it's on PC now.
That was like Spider-Man was like one of the last holdouts of like Sony IPs that hadn't made it to PC yet. Mm-hmm. And you already know the Sony people are probably upset that their precious games are on PC again. So
I mean, they got to sign off on it. So I mean, I don't think they that upset. They probably
I'm talking about Sony fans.
Oh, well, them, yeah. Well, they gonna have to deal with it. Like they don't work for the company. So look, hey, gotta deal with it. They got them first. But speaking for years, I mean, like it's a new game, so like calm down. But speaking of Sony, another thing that Sony's been working on is in the TV and movie space. We already know Sony has dropped a couple movies already. I mean, we had the latest Resident Evil movie, and I still ain't seen Uncharted. I'm sorry, Tom Holland, I ain't seen that shit still. I don't know what.
I ain't seen it yet neither. I was talking to Yogan. We're gonna probably do like a movie night or something to Discord because ain't nobody watching.
Ain't nobody watched that shit. But see, the thing is, I ain't heard good or bad. I just ain't heard nothing. That's the thing. I ain't heard shit. Like
I heard it's not all that. That's all I've heard. I've heard that it could have been better. That's all I've heard.
So, with that being said, they're going to keep the train moving along, apparently, and Sony's going to announce a new Horizon series for Netflix. And then we're going to get a God of War series for Amazon, and also a Gran Turismo show. So, it seems that Sony really isn't going to be exclusive to a certain platform as far as their shows go. They're pretty much, I guess, is going whoever's the highest bidder. And so Horizon, Netflix got Horizon, Amazon got God of War. And I'm not sure where the Gran Turismo show is going to land. Maybe they haven't had a network pick them up yet. But how do you feel about this, Kev? Like, basically, it's also based off of the prior movies that have came out. Do you think that them going into the TV show space will be a better fit for them and give them a better reception, especially with these big franchises like Gran Turismo, God of War, and Horizon? You think that's going to be a better move rather than making them movies?
I'm just trying to figure out how much money they're going to throw at Scarlett Johansson to play Aloy in this.
Bro, Scarlett Johansson is not going to play Aloy, bro.
Scarlett Johansson said she could play anybody.
Bro.
She said she could play anything.
She bet if they get Scarlett Johansson, bro, ain't no way. No.
Scarlett Johansson said she's black. Okay,
I don't care. Look, she can play Kratos then. Then she can be Kratos then. She black.
She could be Kratos the way Sony finna fuck this
up. Bro.
All right, so I have very little expectations for this. Okay. Right. Personally, I don't really see an issue with them trying to make more of their IPs. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think that God of War is a safe bet. I think that one is the safest bet because God of War has been out so long that they have multiple directions they could take with that, right? They could do the Norse mythology one, they could do the Greek mythology one. They got options there. They got a lot of room to play with.
Right.
Horizon, they're only 2 games in, and all we know about, Horizon has like its own lore and everything, but the show is mainly just about the white girl with dreadlocks and her friends. So, I mean, I don't know how they're gonna just think about Horizon, right? It's got to be expensive as fuck to get them robots in every episode. I feel like it's going to be a lot of
CGI, bro. Oh, it's going to take us some
CGI. I'm thinking like getting them robots in all
episodes. But look, that Sony money is long. That Netflix money is long. Right. They ain't gonna.
I be thinking of production budgets way too early.
They got money for this. Don't worry about that. There's money in it, and trust me.
Thanks for the gift of subs.
I appreciate the gift of subs, Terran Beats. Appreciate it. But I agree. My expectations are low. I do think, like I said, God of War is the safest, but I think they're going to go with the Greek mythology first with God of War because they got a lot to work with. I feel like a lot of people enjoy Greek mythology just as far as like the masses. So I think it's an easy barrier of entry because people are all familiar with some form of Greek mythology. So I think it would be a good way. And they got they got essentially the first 3 games to work with. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna go through it as far as the first season. But I'm interested in the God of War show definitely. Horizon.
What is this Gran Turismo shit going to be?
That's what I'm concerned. Like, what is this? What are we going to do with Gran Turismo? Honestly,
unless they turn it into like those shows where for car lovers where they be talking about different cars and stuff.
Nah, bro, they're gonna try to make a whole Fast and the Furious style show, bro. They're gonna try to make all about family. It's gonna be about family. They gonna get Vin Diesel.
I will boycott that.
They gonna bring back.
Not gonna watch.
They gonna bring Bow Wow back real quick.
Bro, that would be the worst idea.
Ja Rule might make an appearance, bro. But where is Ja, bro? They gonna
talk about this.
Hey, bro, you don't know what they might be cooking up over there. Gran Turismo, like, look,
they're cooking up shit. That's what they're cooking up over there. They're cooking up boiled ass. Nobody want this,
bro. Yeah, I don't know about the Gran Turismo. That they can keep that one. But what's interesting is that Sony literally is like pretty much saying like who got the most money, because you think about Twisted Metal, their series is going to Peacock, Last of Us is going to HBO. Sony don't give a fuck. They're like, who got the bag, bro? They ain't trying to worry about they're just like, look, here's our show. Who want it? Who dropping the money?
Sony said our properties are E for everyone, bro. Right. Anybody could get it. Y'all y'all one of our characters, cool. Give us a whole franchise over there.
Right.
Sony don't care.
So But I think that's also smart because they're not putting all their eggs in one basket. Yep. And if they have multiple hits across multiple platforms, that's just like multiple streams of revenue. So
isn't there Last of Us show going to be on HBO or it's going to be somewhere else?
Last of Us is going to be on HBO. Twisted Metal is going to be on Peacock, and then God of War Amazon. Horizon.
Sony.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, look, Hulu next. Watch, Hulu gonna be next. Mm-hmm. So that's probably gonna be
good. Probably the rapper.
Nigga, probably. Hey. I ain't gonna lie. I might watch Parappa the Rapper joint, bro. Like, it gotta be battle rap though. Oh, that'd be dope. Imagine this. Call Caffeine Parappa the Rapper battle rapping. Get all the characters, bro. Have them just do it, bro. Look, that might be something.
I'm open to it.
But have real battle rappers do the voices.
Okay,
I'm
very into
that. I'm owning it. Look, Sony, call me. We got to talk. Look,
we're getting somewhere.
These ideas ain't always free. I'm just saying.
I do feel like Sly Cooper might be another option that can go. Like Sly Cooper, he's already animated character. They could easily make that into like a children's show or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that could easily be a cartoon to add to their repertoire.
True. But you think because Sly Cooper ain't been around in a minute, it's like I think they need to drop another Sly Cooper game maybe first.
They do.
To get
Ratchet and Clank is good.
I was thinking Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank is a lot safer because they do have games for that. So yeah, right. Chat, y'all right.
So they might be better off with Ratchet and Clank before doing Sly Cooper. But yeah, so Sony, like I said, Sony's definitely trying to go on 100% speed with this TV series, with all these shows for TV series. And like I said, I've always said a series is way better than a movie because you have more room to work with and play with. Like when you have a movie, you're limited to 2-3 hours. With a series, you got multiple episodes to flesh out characters and details. And like I said, everybody's doing series now. So like there's a plethora of platforms that will accept these series. So I think it's a good move for Sony to take these bigger name franchises, especially after seeing what happened with their first couple movies, moving everything over to the TV series space. So like I said, my expectations are low, but I will be checking out to see what they do. At the very least, we'll see when the trailers drop. But yeah, so moving on to another game that has good movies, but now they're trying to come back to the gaming world, and they're actually trying to break it to the open world, Sonic, with their new Sonic Frontiers games. So like Sonic, the game side of Sonic has not been that great, especially in the 3D world space, but maybe this is what they needed. Maybe they needed to make Sonic purely an open world game. And this gameplay trailer that they've shown looks promising.
Nigga, you a liar. This shit look
unseasoned. All right. No, I was going to get to that, bro. Okay, what I was going to say is it looks promising, but it ain't got no flavor to it. No. I'm looking at it, bro, and it's like, bro, it feels like very hollow. Like it looks nice, but it feels like it got no soul to the shit. And I don't know why, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, why is this not hitting like it should be hitting? And I think it's just missing something. It's missing some spices. It's missing some Lowrys. I don't know. But like, if people say, "Oh, this is just Breath of the Wild with Sonic," nah, Breath of the Wild had character. You felt Breath of the Wild when you were playing that game.
Breath of the Wild was colorful. Like
this game just feels like, okay, we just made like a stock open world and threw Sonic in that shit. That's what it feels like. And I want this game to do good. I don't want Sonic to continue to be fucking up on the game side. I want Sonic to have a W on the game side like he having on these movies. But the
movies are great.
The movies are great, but this shit right here, I'm looking at it as we speak. It's just I don't feel nothing, bro. I feel zero in my soul, and I love Sonic. I've been playing Sonic since Knee High to the Grasshopper. I'm saying, but this, I don't know, bro. And the movement looks stiff and weird, like the way he walked. I don't like it. I just don't like it. And it seems like he's just aimlessly going around the world doing nothing. Like he just, it don't seem like there's a goal in mind. They didn't show any like boss fight. They didn't show any interaction with no real true like enemies.
So earlier today, right? I was watching G4. I was watching X Play, and they were talking about how they were saying the same. They also saying that we said like this looks bland as hell. But then Black Okage said he read somewhere else that there's like another trailer where they actually do have regular like linear like Sonic levels. But they didn't put him in any of the promotional material. He's also confused. Like, why the fuck would they show us that stuff? The people actually know about Sonic. So I'm thinking that maybe this is like the hub world that they showed us, and that's why it looks so bland. But I feel like your hub world should still be kind of
It
interesting.
should
So
still
like I
be
think
interesting if you're trying to sell this whole open world concept. It still should be like, oh, I want to be here. It looks fun. This just looks very. This looks like you get bored with this shit in 10 minutes.
yes.
So, like, and everything that you're doing in here ain't nothing you ain't never done in another Sonic game. You've grinded on the rails before. You ran around somewhat of an open world before. You went through the little ring hoops. You did all this shit before. This is not new. It just looks better because it looks like it's updated graphics. So I don't know, man. Like, this is definitely one I have mega low expectations for. I want it to be good for Sonic's sake. Maybe I don't know when this game's supposed to come out, but they need more work. They need more time in the oven. Shit, like they said, bake this shit for 10 minutes. It should be baked for 20. I'm just saying. But yeah. So Sonic's coming back. If not, Sonic 3 movie gonna be fire. I bet. So look,
I think it's like I'm pretty sure there's like the Sonic 30th anniversary or something. Like there's like a bunch of Sonic announcements coming out this week apparently.
yeah.
So I will see some other Sonic stuff that maybe looks interesting. I know. Do you hear about Sonic Origins? Like, there's a throwback looking Sonic game.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, and see, like
maybe that'll get their streets excited.
Maybe because their last, I think it was Sonic Mania. That was a good one because they it was like a throwback to the OG Sonic games, but they added some new levels and stuff. And I played that one. I really enjoyed that one. So maybe
I think the Origins one's supposed to be built. I think they said like in that engine with that style.
Right. I think that's where they need to just keep it because them trying to branch out into this whole open world aspect. I don't think it's working. Like Mario can do it, but not it worked for Mario because Nintendo knew what they was doing because they got they know what they're doing over there. But well, like I said, Sonic trying still. They still trying. I mean, but it ain't give it ain't get the streets talking like Street Fighter 6. Not at all. But speaking of talking, the gaming space has been talking. Well, not really the games, but more so a group of people within the industry have been talking, and they have finally got their voices heard in a way because our first major union in video gaming has now finally occurred. And it's a good day for workers in the gaming space who have been done wrong and unjustifiably been treated badly. And guess who's at the core of this shit? As always, with that bullshit, Activision Blizzard. Like, bro, they can't stay out of the bullshit. They can't stay out. But basically, in a nutshell, the National Labor Relations Board determined that a group of developers from Raven Software, they came together and they finally were able to unionize against Activision Blizzard for, of course, mistreatment as employees and a lot of shit that's been going on. I mean, we've covered Activision Blizzard's shenanigans and craziness over the past couple years.
Yes.
And finally, a small group of people who work within this realm of Activision Blizzard was able to, get some form of unionization. And this hopefully is the first of many situations, or maybe the beginning of what should be a company, not a company wide, but a whole gaming wide, or whatever the word I'm trying to say. I can't think of the word right now, but union, pretty much that will span across the entire industry wide. That's what I'm going to say, industry wide union. That's what I think. Hopefully, this begins the process of. So, what do you think about this? Do you think this is going to lead to an industry wide union, which I think is definitely needed for a lot of people working in the gaming space?
I think this is a major win. And I don't think that could be understated because, like I said, we've been, like you said, for years talking about the mistreatment in these companies and how, like, I remember we even that was part of the conversation one day. Like, the overarching topic was should game companies unionize, and we said yes. So now to see that it's slowly kicking off, I hope that it becomes a domino effect of more and more companies or like teams seeing we can do this because I don't know if we reported on it last episode. Probably not a while ago, but like Raven was like actively trying to get people not to vote to unionize. Like Raven was like coming up all kind of excuses like, oh, just say no when union voting comes around, or if you unionize, we don't know how it's gonna work with bonuses. Like they was like trying to threaten people and they're not unionizing.
Right.
And all the QA testers and like the other staff was like, nah, we're gonna unionize.
Right.
Like they wasn't afraid no more, which I thought that was really important.
Yeah, and they should be, because I mean, as you can see how things have been going in the gaming space with people who have been working in these companies, and like, I mean, you go to a job, and these are people who, this is probably their dream job, people who worked very hard to get into these positions, just to be mistreated in one way or another, and then not to have somewhere to go to really protect their rights as workers, and pretty much being silenced or just continue to be mistreated and or shut out of the industry that they wanted to work in. It's pretty fucked up. So now that a small glimmer of light has shown with this union, it has to build now. It can't just stop here. So like I said, like you were saying, maybe this is the beginning of a domino effect, and all these other companies that have been in the limelight for all these horrible and terrible scenarios also, end up being unionized against, and leading into what should be an industry-wide union for anybody who works in the gaming space. They can join and they can be protected as workers. But it's like you said, it's a W. Congrats to them, and hopefully we see more of this in the future, and less mistreatment to these workers, because like, no matter what your company is, your workers make your company move, and if you make sure your workers are taken care of, your company will be taken care of. And at some point, if you mistreat your workers, everything's gonna blow up, whether sooner or later. So, I say, if you're in any company, but especially in this gaming world, take note to Activision Blizzard and what they've been doing. And it takes a lot. Probably it took a lot for these people to unionize and stand up for themselves and not be afraid anymore. That's a lot of mistreatment for people to be told, oh, we might take money from you, we might do this and that, and not care and just want to stick to your guns. That means that they believe, what they're doing is right and necessary. So shout out to them for sticking to their guns and getting the W, for sure.
Absolutely. So then, like, later on in the article, I saw where it said that Raven, it's like Activision Blizzard hasn't really spoken on how they plan to deal with this, or like how they plan to interact with this new union. But Xbox themselves, Phil Spencer said that he supports like any worker organization that wants to continue to work. So Microsoft has spoken, but Activision hasn't. So
yeah, but we'll see. Microsoft is one of the big three. So with them speaking, that's an umbrella of so many other companies that have to follow suit, most likely. So if it's coming from the top, so for Phil Spencer to say that, that's actually a good thing. So hopefully that's what it takes. It takes Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft to all collectively say, hey, we support this union and this unionization, and this is what needs to be done. And if you're one of our companies or your parent company, you have to follow suit. I think that would be great. Would that happen? I don't know, but I think with Xbox starting that, maybe PlayStation and Nintendo follow suit. But
it's almost like in this situation, it's all like, I feel like big corporations, they don't like unions, but once you see unions start forming, it's kind of safer to just start aligning yourself with unions than it is to keep trying to distance yourself, because it's only going to get harder for you.
Yeah, and it's only going to make you look bad too at the end of the day, especially when there's cold cut proof that the workers are being mistreated, and there's no and you're not, and you as the company are not doing anything. So
especially with Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, knowing what Activision Blizzard, how they get down. They can't. They just gotta take whatever happens with this purchase, because they already know we're buying a company that has so much shit happening there that stuff's gonna keep coming out about them, and we just gotta eat it. We just gotta be like, yeah, sure, we're gonna do better. And the best way to look like you're doing better is agreeing with the unions that come out of these people. Like, like you're picking up somebody else's shit.
Yeah,
essentially.
You're trying to turn it into sugar, but we know it's shit. We know it's shit. So we'll see what happens in the future. But hopefully, like I said, this is the first of many unionizations, and these people get the just due that they deserve working at these companies. But speaking of Xbox, last story we'll touch on. Xbox and Bethesda will be holding their own gaming showcase coming up on the 12th, I believe, and then an extended showcase on the 14th. So what this is, right after the State of Play, now we're gonna have an Xbox and a Bethesda showcase, and people were saying that This lineup's going to include games like Starfield, which I think is a highly anticipated game that nobody's really seen much of lately. I think they just pushed it back, if I'm not mistaken, but they're going to still show some stuff from Starfield. Also, Arcane Studios' Redfall will also be getting a showcase as well. As probably as well some other games and whatnot. And this is good because I don't think anything's really been happening on the Xbox side of things as far as games lately.
Nope.
It's been kind of quiet lately. So
it's been a little too quiet over. They need something, yo.
So hopefully,
especially with the way Halo's going, they still like, all right, y'all know I don't even like Halo. But respectfully, that's like their biggest franchise. They still have not put out the co-op campaign.
Nope.
What the fuck? That game's been out like almost like, is it about a year now?
It's been out for a minute. Yeah.
Yo, they're wilding over there. Like nothing that they've tried to roll out with the new Xbox has really worked for them.
Yeah. And I don't know why. And I think it's because, like I said, they've been kind of riding on the Game Pass wave for a long time, and it's been working for them. But I think now people are starting to kind of like say, all right, what else you got? Game Pass ain't enough no more. Because like they're not adding anything really to Game Pass. Like I haven't used my Xbox in a minute. I think the last time I used my Xbox when we all played what's that one game? The
Deep Rock Galactic?
Yeah.
Because that was the last time I used mine too. I only turned that thing on to be playing something together.
Exactly. This shit's collecting dust right here. This motherfucker collecting dust. And it's because there's nothing really new there. And I'm like, all right, well, Xbox, give us something. So hopefully in this showcase, I mean, if they're giving us 2 showcases within 2 days between each other on the 12th and the 14th, they gotta be announcing something big. It's gotta be. It can't be just Starfield and Redfall. It's gotta be a big announcement. A lot of games coming out this year. Don't give us everything's coming out next year. Some shit's got to drop this year too. Because if you've already delayed Starfield and any other big game that's been announced, you got to give the people something. Because if not, people are gonna be like, hey.
They need to have a big presence at also Summer Games Fest, because Summer Games Fest starts in a couple of days too. Like they just need to start showing something. I don't know, man.
And I think especially too after Sony's state of play, I think they feeling the fire too, because like Sony did such a great state of play. And Sony didn't have to do that either, because like games have came out, they're still coming out for Sony, and we'll just see. I don't know, because I'm looking at it here. They're saying like we haven't seen anything for like Hellblade 2. They said State of Decay 3, Outer Worlds 2. You know, they're naming some games in here, but like until we see what they're actually gonna do, I mean, as far as now, they ain't doing shit. So I'll check it out. I'll definitely see what they're talking about, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna touch on it on the show if there's anything worth talking about.
We got a lot to catch up on, because again, like all these other like Summer Games Fest and stuff like that. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about next episode.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. And that's gonna do it for the gaming news, y'all. See, we didn't run through it. That was almost a good hour of gaming news. Don't you say we wasn't doing that. Nah, that was almost a good clean hour of gaming news.
We did all of our job.
Right? All of our job. God damn it. So you know what time it is. But before we do that, we're gonna take another ad break. Well, I'm gonna give y'all let y'all get a breather. So we're gonna take one more 60-second ad break. And then when we come back, you know what the fuck time it is. I ain't even gotta say it.
You don't gotta say it, because they already know.
They already know. So
for all you haters out there, you can go in and get stepping now.
Right.
We better turn up in a minute.
Better turn up. It's about to be real. But if you ain't a hater and you support the movement as you should, stick around. We'll be back in a minute, because we got a lot to talk about. And we are back, y'all. And we are back because you know what fuck time it is. DEW Takeover 3 in this bitch, nigga. Hey, Kev. Big weeks. Big last few weeks in wrestling. We're going to start off with All Elite Wrestling, AEW. Double or Nothing. We'll start with Double or Nothing. A lot of things went down on Double or Nothing. We ain't got to go recap the whole show. Just the poignant parts. So first we'll start off. Actually, we'll start off with Double or Nothing, and then we'll roll into what happened following said storylines after that on Dynamite and whatnot. So let's start off with the biggest news. MJF, y'all.
Yes.
MJF. Now, MJF, let's rewind it. Before Double or Nothing, MJF has been disgruntled with AEW, Tony Khan. He feels like he's not been treated right. He feels like he needs more money. He feels like he's just not being, he feels like he's being leapfrogged by ex-WWE superstars coming in. He's not being given the position that he feels like he deserves being there day one. I mean, look, justifiable. So word was the day of Double or Nothing, he hopped on a plane and he said, I'm bouncing. I'm leaving. He's like, I'm not even going to be there. I'm not going to show up on the show. And everybody thought he was just going to no-show his match with Wardlow. Double or Nothing happens. He actually does show up, gets squashed, gets powerbombed like 87 times by Wardlow. Gets fucking decimated. But what happened after is what everybody was talking about. When it happened on Dynamite, the promo of all promos, the second coming of the pipe bomb happened. Yeah. Bro, this man. Now, first of all, I'm going to ask you, I work or shoot or worked shoot?
Okay, here's my thing.
Go.
I feel like it was a shoot. I really do. I feel like it was a shoot. Because I don't know who else goes on TV and says fire me, right? That people don't just do things like that. I think it was a shoot, but I feel like since that they've kind of patched it up and now it's becoming a work. Because it's been growing since the pipe bomb. Like now they're saying that like he's not listed on the AEW active roster no more. They're taking him out of TV spots. Like they're like removing him, and they already took his merchandise down. Like they're being real dramatic about this, almost in a way like I feel like they're building a story. I feel like it started as a shoot, and now we'll slowly morph into a work. That's my opinion.
I feel the same way, but I feel like before he went out and cut that promo, they patched it up. I feel like maybe it was either it was before or after Double or Nothing. He voiced those same opinions to Tony Khan directly. And he was probably like, look, I'm not going out there until we fix this. Like, I'm not going out there until I get what I want. And Tony Khan probably was like, okay, I'll do that, but Wardlow's going to have to squash you, and then I'll let you voice your frustrations on Dynamite. I'll give you the open mic to say whatever you want. Whatever you told me, you can say into people, and we can turn this into something. And
why else would they give him a live mic on live television? You know what I'm saying?
And let him speak that much. Like he was not only because he was like, would you care more about me if I was an ex WWE dude and all these other things, and saying he was cursing, he was like, fire me, blah blah blah. They let him go for a while, and they had to know probably not exactly what he was gonna say, but
yes, they didn't know he was gonna say that specifically.
But they had to know that he was gonna go out there and voice his concerns. So that's why I think definitely this was a shoot at the core. It still is. But I feel like Tony Khan is smart enough to know, especially now, MJF, if they let him go, WWE is going to throw a brakes truck at this man.
Yes.
They're going to throw the biggest bag at this dude because now he's got one of the most infamous promos in the last probably 10 years, ever since CM Punk's pipe bomb.
Yes.
And now, if Tony Khan, smart businessman, as I know he probably is, they're going to work, like you said, they took him off everything. All the promo, they don't even talk about him. They don't even mention him. So essentially he's been eradicated from, he's been banished from AEW. But they never said that he was fired. They never said that he was let go. They never released a statement. So I feel like what's going to happen is MJF is going to be off TV for a minute, and then he's going to come back at some point, and he's going to end up becoming the heel turn probably top babyface because he's going to be so over at some point. But he's going to be one of the top stars in there, and they're going to give him the AEW title. This is, at the end of the day, he's going to become AEW champion. When? I don't know. And that's also because something else happened around that same time. Bouncing from MJF to CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is where it gets tricky. This is where now everything's getting tricky now because this happened and then something else happened, but we'll talk about it. So CM Punk faced Adam Hangman Page at Double or Nothing for the world title. Beats Adam Hangman Page. Great match. Really good match.
Yes.
And he becomes the new AEW champion. Now, that's all good and well. The summer of Punk is about to begin. Everybody decided CM Punk is the champion, big plans. He has a match on Dynamite, a tag team match with FTR, to kind of kick things off. They have a tag match. And apparently during this match, he injured his foot or he broke his foot. Now they're saying he did it doing a jump off of a rail or something. I don't know how he did it. But he comes out on Friday on Rampage and announces that he has to get surgery and he can't compete. And he wanted to let go and relinquish the title, but Tony Khan wouldn't let him do it. So now they're having an interim championship tournament for Forbidden Door because he was supposed to go against with the Tanahashi. Yeah, he's supposed to go against Tanahashi. Now they got to find a replacement. Now, first of all, what do you think about all this? How do you feel about this?
I think it's a smart move. I think it's a better move than just relinquish the belt because you don't really see interim belts are more of like a real sporting things. Like they do that in like boxing and UFC and stuff. Like they do interim belts all the time if the champ can't compete. And then when the champ is better, you just come back. You know what I'm saying? It's a match of who's really the champ then. So I think it's a smart move. I think that it also opens up the door for a lot of new storylines to come from this tournament. So I think it's a win-win in their book. Like they get to put Punk on top, and then now they can come up with all new storylines for him when he comes back. Because the interim champ, they got a lot of room to build themselves up with this new tournament. You know, whoever the interim champ's going to be. Like, especially if they give it somebody like Wardlow, this is the perfect opportunity to put Wardlow over in like a tournament setting like this. Beautiful.
Yeah, because technically Jon Moxley is the #1 contender because of his win-loss record. And Bryan Danielson is out because he's also injured.
He's also injured.
There's a lot of injuries going on right now. We're going to talk more injuries coming up too. But so I think, like you said, I was thinking the same thing. I think Wardlow is definitely, if any time is now for him to kind of come up the ranks and win, now is the time. Because going back to MJF, now that because at first I was thinking, okay, we get a rematch of CM Punk versus MJF, and MJF beat CM Punk for the title. But now that MJF is essentially off of AEW, CM Punk is now out for Lord knows how long because not only is his foot broken, but you don't know what his recovery time is because he's older. He's not young. So we don't know how long it's going to take for him to really bounce back and be fully ready to go. So I say, do the tournament, have Wardlow win, Wardlow beat Tanahashi and become the new AEW champion, have Wardlow go on the run, and then have MJF come back out of nowhere and just take the title from Wardlow in some fucking crazy heel dickish way. I don't know how to do it, but have him come back and have him, because think about it, Wardlow squashed him. Yeah. And Wardlow thinks, okay, now MJF has not only 2 reasons to come back, because now he's going to take the title. He's going to come back to prove that, he's the best in the company, and he's going to get his get back on Wardlow. The story writes itself.
And then after that, he can fight Punk and become the ultimate champ.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
Boom. And then he'll be mega over. Then he will be the face of that company. You just see what I'm saying? This makes it so like, and if they don't go this way with it, AEW don't know what they're doing. This is literally handed on a platter for them if they play this right. Now that's also saying that if this is a work and MJF really is going to come back, or if he's going to just say, nah, I'm not coming back. But I think at this point it's a work. And I think, but I think, like I said, they have to MJF has to be completely silent, nothing. Let Wardlow win that title, have him have a good defense, have him be real comfortable with that belt, and then boom, MJF comes back. And that's what it is. And then MJF takes the title off Wardlow, and they have him run with it for a good 6 months to a year. Probably no, give it to him for a year. Give it to him for a year. Let him go a year with it and just see what happens. I think that's what they should do.
I agree.
But yeah, so speaking of, going back to I'm saying injuries, because CM Punk's injured, Bryan Daniels is injured, Scorpio Sky, the TNT champion, he also said he got injured. And looking at it, the injury bug is really hitting around professional wrestling, but we'll stick with AEW. Now that Scorpio Sky, I don't know if he's fully injured to the point where he had to relinquish the title or not. I really didn't look too much into it, but let's just say he does have to. Who do you think would be a good TNT champion coming up?
The Streets are going to want Miro.
But he's already had it. And he had a good run.
He's had it. I know he's.
I think Miro needs to be moved up the card. I think it's time for him to move up to the main title picture. I think him having the TNT title again won't do much for him.
Okay, I feel you. And then my fallback answer is always my guy Orange Cassidy. But Orange Cassidy, he's already like competed for like the main championship, so there might be a step down for him. Ken Carmen saying Ricky Starks. That's a good one.
Ricky Starks would be nice. One. I think.
But Ricky Starks is he already a champion?
Not Nate.
Which belt does he have?
I think he's got like a.
What belt does he have? I know what belt is that?
Is that someone that someone gave to him from somewhere? Some rando belt from some FTW. Yes, FTW champ.
Okay. Yes. That one. I guess that, that's not the same. That's not the same. So he's really good though. I think Ricky Starks would be good. I like Hobbs. Hobbs, like his homeboy Hobbs. All them people is dope, but my go-to is always going to be my guy, Orange Cassidy.
No, I'm definitely cool with Orange Cassidy having a TNT title, but I think Orange Cassidy is one of them talents that don't need a title. He's just over just cause. Like it doesn't enhance him to have a title or not. He's one of them. He's one of those type of superstars. So I'm just trying to think who I think would. I think Ricky Starks is definitely a good choice. Because I think Miro, he's already had it, and then I think if Miro does get it again, he can't hold it for that long. He's got to like hold it, build it up a little bit, and then drop it to somebody who definitely I think needs it. But I don't know. I'm trying to think who else could really get it because I was thinking maybe Keith Lee.
Pull up their roster right now.
Yeah, Keith Lee. Well, Radar said Keith Lee, but he's in a tag with Swerve right now.
Yeah.
He's tag teaming with Swerve.
Doing something.
So I think if anything, they could put the tag title. I think I like them as a tag team right now. So I think let them get the tag titles first, and then maybe do something with Keith Lee down the line.
What if they give it to Andrade?
I think Andrade I think could use it because I feel like either Andrade or I don't know. Andrade would be good.
He'll be good.
Or Malachi Black. Either Andrade or Malachi Black.
That's good too.
Because I feel like the House of Black is I love the House of Black, but I feel like somebody needs to have a title in there at some point. Because they just put Julie in there. So they got so the stable is really well rounded out. I like the stable at all. I really do. But I think if Malachi Black ends up with the TNT title, I think that'll help elevate them a little bit more. So and keep them in that nice little mid card stable where they're good at right now. So or if they had a trios title, but I think that's too many titles in AEW right now. That's too many titles right now. So I think just put the TNT title on Malachi Black, Andrade, or Ricky Starks. I think those will be the top ones for me. You said but have Swerve go heel and leave. Yeah, but I don't think a title needs to be involved with that. I think to keep them busy and stay in a tag team for a little bit, have them build probably have the people be really invested in them, and then have that heel turn.
I don't think that they've been around long enough to be selling a heel turn this fast.
Exactly. But and also a big announcement, because we got to talk about our queens. Athena, formerly known as Ember Moon, made her AEW debut at Double or Nothing.
Yep.
Going against, and she's immediately been pushed to go against Jade Cargill for the TBS title.
This black on black crime gotta stop.
Right. Immediately. Now, don't get me wrong. I do like that. Like I said, I do like that. Jade Cargill and the baddies are pretty much at the top of the mid card women's title picture. I like it. Also, Athena coming in automatically. I like it. But here's where I'm conflicted. I don't like that they have them going against each other so soon, like out the gate. I feel like Athena is a big deal. She can be AEW Women's Champion. She definitely will be at some point. So can Jade Cargill. But I feel like Athena should have not went for them immediately. I think she should have debuted, had a different feud, or maybe they're gonna do a slow build to this feud. like where she goes against individually one of the baddies and then go. Well, she's already went against Kiera Hogan in a good match. So they're gonna try to like put them against the baddies and then work her way up to Jade. But I don't want Jade to drop that title just yet.
I don't either.
I don't want her to drop that title yet. And I also don't want her to drop it to Athena yet, because when I feel like she gets that title, I want it to really mean something. I don't want to feel like they just hot-shotted it to her because she's a name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted because at the same time, she was done so wrong in WWE. I want her to do well here in AEW, but I still think it's just too soon. I think she should have waited a couple months and then push her into the TBS title picture. And also, I think King Karma saying it, I feel like before Athena, I feel like, you know, other superstars probably need a decent shot at Jade Cargill first. They're saying like Toni Storm, Ruby Soho, people who have been there already. I just don't feel right having Athena just hot shot it straight to Jade Cargill. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she's too important. They're both too important for that to happen. That's a big match. I think it's too soon for that, but that's just me saying it. We'll see how it goes. They're gonna put on a great match. Well, a great match anyway. But I don't want her to have. What's gonna happen is Jade Cargill feels like it's gonna still beat Athena. It probably is gonna be in some kind of fuck finish where the baddies get involved or something like that. So it doesn't make her.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah. So Athena doesn't look weak. She's not gonna lose clean. I know that for sure. But like, I don't know. I just still think it's too soon. But you know what? Good to see her in AEW. Hopefully, like I said, she's still put in like she's in a major program right now. Hopefully she doesn't get lost in the shuffle after this. And hopefully, you know, she becomes a big name in the division, works her way up to that AEW Women's Championship position.
Speaking of Women's Championship, have you heard that Thunder Rosa is upset that like she don't be getting TV time and stuff? Which I mean, I feel it. She the whole women's champ.
Yeah, I feel like she's been I feel like when Britt Baker was the champion, Britt Baker got crazy TV time, crazy. She got a lot of attention. When Britt lost that title to Thunder Rosa, it felt like they just said, "Okay, here you go, Thunder Rosa," and then didn't really care after that. And it feels like it. And I feel bad for Thunder Rosa because Thunder Rosa worked hard to get that title.
She did.
And I feel like now they're not even giving her, and even the feud she's having aren't really that important. It's like it's like they're like, okay, nobody really cares. So I'm like, I don't know what Thunder Rosa needs. She needs a good opponent, but I feel like she also needs she does need more TV time, but I feel like she needs like a shot in the arm with some kind of adrenaline to really make people excited and invested, because a lot of people were behind Thunder Rosa because she was that underdog. She was the one going against big bad Britt Baker, you know, and she finally overcame it. And then like, now what? It's like there's nothing for her after that. And I want to see her because I like Thunder Rosa. So I think, you know, she just needs some good opponents, more TV time, better opponents, more compelling storylines. I just don't know who it could be. She needs I don't know who's the best outside of Britt Baker. Who's really the best heel in that division?
I mean, so she already feuded with Nyla Rose,
right? And that was like, Yeah, and cool. Then she went against what was it? Not Jamie Hayter. It wasn't Jamie Hayter. It was who she go against at Double or Nothing?
Bro, I don't remember that lady name no more. Her feuds don't be having no build up.
I told you, bro. I don't. That's our problem. We don't remember,
her feuds don't have no build up. So they need to start either like first, like, so I agree where King Karma said her mic work isn't the best, but I mean, at least let her wrestle somebody. She don't be doing nothing. So I think if they give her somebody like Toni Storm, who's like kind of made a name for herself in other places, and people kind of like her, it might work. But I don't know. Like, I think the in-ring work isn't the problem. It's the lack of TV time.
You know who I think, okay, even though like everybody's sort of annoyed with them as a couple, but Ty Conti, I think they need to, I know, but if you think about it, I think just putting them against each other, I think they'll do good in the ring. The mic work on both ends wouldn't be bad, but I think because people don't like Ty Conti so much, they are annoyed by her. I think seeing her go against Thunder Rosa and just fuck with Thunder Rosa for a while will get under people's skin, and I think that'll help build up Thunder Rosa. That feeling that people have for Thunder Rosa, I think that might happen. I think that might work for her. Somebody like Ty Conti, because there's nobody else really at all that I can think of that's like right now. People would say I hate this person, and they're a good heel and they're good at what they do. So I don't know. Or unless they bring in somebody from Ring of Honor, like they're saying, somebody was saying bring in somebody from Ring of Honor or something like that. I don't know though. But hopefully Thunder Rosa, can change the trajectory and they're saying she's getting Adam Page treatment. But the thing with Adam Page is he still has some really good competitors. He went against Bryan Danielson. He went against, Kenny Omega. Like he had some bangers of some matches. Like Thunder Rosa, I mean, outside of Britt Baker, she hasn't really had any real, true, great matches. As
like Adam Page, like his run, it wasn't like the most glamorous run, but he still got to put on great matches. Because even when he went in against Murder Hawk Monster Lance Archer, like they put on a great match on regular TV. Like,
yep. So, but we'll see. Because like the thing is like I said, like AEW has a very, very, very vast roster, but there's only so much TV time. They only got 2 shows. Really.
And you don't want to get stuck on dark.
You don't want to get You don't want to be put on dark because that nobody really care. So, like, if anything, what I think they should do. Here's what I think they should do, honestly, and I don't know, like, why they don't do this. Like, Rampage is pretty much the B show. Dynamite is the A show. I feel like the A show, you got to focus on your world champions, your AEW champion, your AEW women's champion, and your tag champions, right? The B show, you can do your mid card. You can do your TBS and your TNT champions. You can focus on them on that B show. I feel like that's what they should do. And that way, Thunder Rosa, as a champion, will get more time on the A show, as she should, as the champion. And then, you can have Jade Cargill be the face, the constant face of Rampage, and gives people a reason to watch Rampage instead of trying to have everybody on the same thing. And I get it, but I think that should be a reward for moving up the ranks. You should be on that A show, sort of like Raw and SmackDown, but don't make it seem like a brand split. But I feel like also that'll give the champions more TV time and give them more time to have more compelling storylines because they don't try to fit everything or cram everything in. Just an opinion, just a thought, but I don't know.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, Rita Ramsey, Britt Baker set the bar to it. She did. Britt Baker set the bar very high. And I think we're not going to get another Britt Baker, like, in that division. Like, honestly, like, unless somebody like a Sasha Banks decides to move over to AEW or something like that. But they don't have many people at the level of Britt Baker as far as mic work and being able to do different types of matches and pull off all these crazy matches. Like, she's a one-on-one over there, and I think they know that. Even though I don't like the fact that she won that tournament. I think Ruby Soho should have won that tournament. I don't think Britt Baker needed it. But
no, she didn't.
She didn't, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it that I have to say as far as what's going on the AEW side. WWE. A lot going on as well. Hell in a Cell was this past weekend.
Can we talk about before Hell in a Cell though? Can we talk about Stephanie McMahon?
Oh, you mean she got fired?
By her own daddy.
I told you, bro. Let's talk about this. What this man has done to this family. What he has, bro. How has he not been jumped already, bro? First, look. Triple H, Shane, now Stephanie. How have they not collectively fucked this 70-year-old man up as egregious, bro? Go ahead.
So we saw when the news came out that Stephanie was taking a leave of absence indefinitely. This excuse was she wanted to spend time with her family, be a mom. That was a good answer, but we all knew it was something else going on.
Right.
So now the reports came out that they already found a new person for what Stephanie's role was, and that all the reports are saying that Vince was the one that urged Stephanie to leave. So she got fired by her daddy, just like Shane got fired by his daddy.
I'm telling you, this man don't give a fuck. The F and family says fuck him. That's what, bro. I don't understand. I don't understand, bro. This could not be me, bro.
He said, "Fuck them kids."
He literally said, "Fuck them kids, nigga." He's like, bro, I don't and the grandkids too, because he's like, fuck, I don't care. Fuck your mama ain't got a job, nigga.
Exactly.
Old Foods hiring. What the fuck, bro? How like I don't understand, bro. This can't be. This could not be me, bro. I swear, I will be.
You would never fire your son,
bro. Unless I can see if he was fucking up like royally. Regard, I don't think Stephanie was fucking up. I think she probably made a little. But look, like, come on now. And then he didn't even fire. He just kind of, hey, maybe you should go spend more time with the kids. I think it's too much for you. Blah blah blah. And then immediately have your replacement on deck, bruh. Come on now. Look, after he done caused her to have a heart attack and retire and took everything from that man, including his soul.
Yes.
Bro. And then fired the brother because Shane was kind of overdoing it a little bit, but then fired Shane. Like, look, Vince, I don't know what's going on with Vince. I don't know if he feels threatened. I think he feels threatened. I think it's I don't know what it is.
So the streets is saying that this is just another move to get them in better position to sell by bringing in like somebody more accomplished who has a better history.
He want to sell the company to Disney. I think he want to sell it to Mickey Mouse.
He would love to sell it to Disney,
bro.
He would love to. That's why they keep doing all these like cutting sprees, or that's why they're changing up so many things, because they're trying to package themselves really well. And I think that was like, obviously, like that's like the main reason they let Stephanie. Stephanie was in charge of like
talent relations,
branding things, and it was like they wasn't feeling. It was like, so we're gonna bring in a professional who's been doing this with other companies for years. Like, yeah, you my daughter and all that, but this lady does this, you know. So,
man,
yeah. So I feel like if I frame it through that lens of like, look, Stephanie, you gotta understand, I'm doing this for the whole McMahon family. I'm trying to sell.
He ain't about to break off not a goddamn dollar,
and get
bro.
Billions. This is for all of us.
Disney could give him $500 billion. He ain't giving a damn dollar to Stephanie McMahon. He's like, you good? You don't need it. I see you at Thanksgiving, bro.
Them niggas, I guarantee that they don't be together for Thanksgiving, bro.
Bro, I don't know how he ain't got the fade ran on him. I don't know how, bro. I don't understand. And if it ain't happened, like, bro, I don't know why ain't a report that Vince showed up to Raw with a black eye. I don't know why we have not heard that shit, bro. I don't get it.
And just think about it. Think about this. Imagine having to come home and talk to your wife about how you fired your kids.
Right? All of them. And then
that's got to be the craziest conversation.
Right? Yeah, I had to fire Stephanie today. Dang, Vince, all the kids.
All the kids have been fired.
Like, bro. And then, like, I just look, Stephanie, I hope you enjoying your time home with Triple H and the kids. Cause look, hey, y'all ain't going back. Y'all ain't coming back. Y'all positions are done. Like you see, the writing's on the wall, like completely. Like, so if Disney or whoever, Fox or whoever wants to buy this company, I hope it's worth it. I really do. But I think it's also kind of fucked up that he's not gonna, if he sells the company and he gives over control to somebody, he don't give it to somebody like in the family or somebody in the business. Like, I just don't. I don't. But at the same time, I think WWE's. I think it's gotten so big. It's like, of course, the core of it is professional wrestling, but it's such a brand, it's such a name, and like it does so many things outside of it that probably generates more money than their wrestling shows. Definitely, because I don't think the wrestling shows don't generate the bulk of their income. Definitely, it's their TV deals and their branding and their partnerships. So I see from the business side why Vince is doing it. Like, the wrestling is just a formality. It's just a necessary thing. It's that they have to do to keep the train rolling, because that's what people go to see.
They see themselves as an entertainment company. Like I heard before, like in their conference calls, they see themselves competing with people like Marvel and like Netflix. Like that's who they see as their competition, not other wrestling companies, because they like, oh, our characters, like our entertainment is like larger than life, kind of like Marvel superhero stuff. And it was like,
I'm like, nah, buddy, no, y'all just wrestling. Y'all just wrestling.
Yeah, you're just wrestling.
Y'all just got more money.
Remember all them WWE Network movies that flopped,
right? Nigga, I'm just saying.
What they on, like the Marine 8,
right? See No Evil. What was that one movie with Triple H? Like,
shit! It was like him. Wasn't he a bus driver? He
was like a bus driver or a taxi driver or some shit. I don't know. But point is this: Stephanie, like I said, Vince is doing whatever the fuck he wants as his company. At the end of the day, he ain't going nowhere at all. That man gonna be 150 years old, still back in Gorilla. Like this man, I feel like he done found the Dragon Balls and Wish for Immortality. I feel like he really did that. I really did. I really do. I don't think there's any way around it. But more news coming out as well as let's talk about, because he just had his anniversary, but now he's all Randy Orton. Randy Orton, and this was actually announced by Riddle in a promo. This was actually shortly after the Bloodline unified the tag team titles. The Usos are now Raw and SmackDown tag team champions because they beat RK Bro. And Randy Orton, who has been wrestling for a long time, has been known to have some back issues, severe back issues, and he's been off TV, and I'm not sure if he has to get surgery or whatever it is, but basically the word was he could barely even walk before that match. So he had to thug out that match. And now Randy Orton is sort of off TV, which leaves Riddle without a partner. And he's sort of kind of going against the Bloodline on his own. Now, what I don't like is they kind of try to shoehorn Shinsuke Nakamura as a new partner with Riddle instead of building up them both as single stars, as they should, because they need baby faces. Nakamura and Riddle are two guaranteed top baby faces. If they put time in to do it, because they definitely need more, especially now, as I'm going to get more into that too. But also Roman, our current champion, is now on a part-time schedule. He's not a full-time superstar anymore. He's kind of taken back. He wants to start exploring more things, the movies and things like that. Because now his stock has risen crazy. He's, and as he should. So how do you feel about now the whole landscape of just the main event scene with Roman kind of being out? The Usos are now holding all the gold. Well, actually, the Bloodline's holding all the major gold except for the mid-card title. And then sort of like Riddle and Nakamura and Sami Zayn being kind of mixed all in this kind of sort of crazy hodgepodge way. How do you feel about all this? Do you think it's a mess? Do you think there's a reason or a clear end in sight for all this?
So Roman going part-time was only a matter of time. It's like he's been carrying the company for a while now. Like Roman and Seth Rollins were like the main reason people have been watching the WWE product for a couple of years now. And Roman really fought to earn his respect and become the tribal chief. So if that man, he was the only good thing on SmackDown. Him and AJ were the only good thing on SmackDown for a long time. So if that man wants to go part-time, let that man go part-time. It is what it is. They should have just adjusted. They should have planned for this better. It's like we all wanted him to get both belts, but I just feel like they should have had an exit strategy that was better for him than where we're at now. Of him just announcing he's going part-time and bam, that's it, taking the belts with me. What the fuck is that? How do you do that?
He pulled a Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, like what? No, bro. Somebody needs to be defending something. What the hell? So
they holding Ricochet with that IC title. So
that belt means nothing
at all.
Because Ricochet be cutting bullshit promos and he putting on whack matches. It's just
Ricochet. Bro, Ricochet don't want to be there, bro. You can tell now. You can tell Ricochet is literally just on autopilot with that shit. Like they did Ricochet so dirty, and he's like, yeah, you gave me this IC title, but it don't mean nothing. Like he don't, and it really don't. And I think that's the same thing with all these titles, because it's like, okay, where's the end goal? You're unifying the tag and the world titles, but now your world champion's off TV, and now you got the Usos bouncing back and forth between Raw and SmackDown, fighting whoever, fighting Riddle with whoever they can find.
Riddle, the only belt that matters right now is Theory's belt.
Yeah, the U.S. title, and that's kind of important, but that's only because now he's kind of like trying to antagonize John Cena, who's going to be coming back because I think it's like 25-year anniversary for Cena. So I feel like with that, we're gonna get I keep saying Austin, a Theory versus a John Cena match for the U.S. title. Do you think Theory's gonna lose or beat John Cena?
Needs to lose.
Yeah, I think so too.
He needs to lose.
I feel like
if he could lose to Pat McAfee, he could lose to John Cena.
Right. Now, here's the thing. John Cena gets the U.S. title again. Do we get a return of the U.S. Open?
That would be interesting. But I would be more excited about a return of his degree in thugonomics.
It ain't coming back, bro. It's not coming back. It ain't happening. He did it that one time, and only that one time. It ain't gonna happen, bro.
He not gonna come out rapping?
He is not gonna come out rapping. He is not. I seriously doubt that. I would like to see that too. I would love to see that as well, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But yeah, it's just a lot's happening at the same time, and also, like I said, a lot with the injuries. And speaking of injuries, man, can we just we gonna talk about him? This man has my utmost respect for not only just competing, but like literally not like he competed with this shit. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, tore his pec muscle clean off. Now the word is he tore it when he was lifting weights.
Yep.
This man tore his entire pec and still competed. Not in just any match, a whole ass Hell in a Cell match. And I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put it on the screen for those here. Look at this shit.
That shit's crazy.
That shit is fucking wild, bro.
It's like because remember earlier night they kept saying, "Oh, he's going to compete. He got an injury." I thought that was a work. I'm like, all right, whatever. They be saying shit like this. But when that man took his jacket off,
bro, the whole arena was like, "What the fuck?" Everybody was like, "Yo," because we didn't think how bad it was. The last time we heard somebody turning the pig was Triple H in that horrible tag match in Saudi Arabia. But we didn't see, he posted a picture after the fact because it doesn't take long for the bruising to show. But his wasn't even, I don't think, as bad as this one.
Yeah.
And mind you, like I said, he wrestled an entire Hell in a Cell match, a 20+ minute Hell in a Cell match against Seth Rollins. And he wasn't Seth was going in on this pec. He was like, hitting it with kendo sticks. He was stomping on it. He was attacking it the majority of that match. He even hit it. I think sledgehammer was being pressed into the back. Look, that bro, and still won the match. Cody still came out and won the match. Let me say this.
That was a legendary performance,
bro. This man, look, this is the blessing and the curse of this right here. One. Now, essentially, the dude who was supposed to fill Roman's spot, because Roman's part-time, so Cody was essentially supposed to be the top babyface in the company. Now, with this, he's going to be gone for 6 months. But I'm going to tell you this right now. 6 months, when he comes back. First, he's going to come back at the Rumble. He's going to come back at the Rumble.
If he comes back at the Rumble?
At number 30. Number 30 wins the Rumble. That is a guaranteed next WWE champion. I don't care anymore about The Rock. I'm sorry, Kev. Fuck The Rock, okay? Fuck him. Cody Rhodes is the new man in that company after this match. I don't care about The Rock showing up to fight face Roman. It don't matter at this point. That can happen after. Cody needs that title at Mania. Just from this. He always gonna get it.
I do agree that the better storyline is for Cody to come back at the Rumble and then defeat Roman at Mania.
Ain't no other way. Ain't no other way. So whatever plans they have for Mr. Dwayne Johnson, call that nigga now and say, never mind. Never mind. Because it don't matter. It ain't going to mean nothing. Because Cody Rhodes needs that WWE World Heavyweight Championship at Mania after this performance. He is solidified. He is a made man. Ain't nobody else competed in a Hell in a Cell match with a torn pec to that level at all, but to that level, and still came out winning. And then, mind you, on Raw, him and Seth had another altercation, well, another promo. He got attacked again.
Seth caught him slipping with that sledgehammer.
Right?
How you sneak somebody with a sledgehammer, bro?
Bro, I'm telling you. So yeah, that's it. Cody Rhodes is like, because at first I was like, okay, Cody is gonna be the dude, but I was like, I felt like WWE was pushing him a little too much, too fast.
I did for a little bit, but so, nah, bro. After this,
it's look. I'm telling you, it's a blessing and a curse. Because yeah, I feel bad for Cody. He's out for 6 months. I bet that shit hurt like hell. It looks like it hurt like hell.
I know it did.
But bro, I know he knows this too. He know when he come back, the moon, nigga, the fucking moon, bro.
They might as well start making his. They might as well start making his new T-shirts and action
figures. This man about to sell out every piece of merch. He about to sell out, bro. When he come out at number 30, that whole stadium about to go fucking crazy. And then if he win that, well, when he wins that Rumble, because if anybody else but him win the Rumble at 30, look, I'm gonna say sorry. Look, shout out to Big E. I don't know what his status is. Big E, bro, you ain't do that. You ain't break your neck and go. That nigga Big E didn't break his neck and go on the cell right after.
He didn't pull a Kurt Angle and win with a broken freaking neck.
He did not win with a broken freaking neck, bro. He did not. So look, Big E, you my dog, bro, but you ain't do that. So you have to take a back seat, bro. I'm sorry. You have to wait, bro. And I don't even know if he's gonna be even cleared at that time.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Cody Rhodes is not the new man in this company. Based off that. I'm saying it right now.
It really is.
So
he really is.
So with that being said, does Roman now, like, because Roman's part-time. Could we deal with a part-time Roman championship between now and Mania, or does he drop the belt before then? What do we do?
I think he needs to drop one of them.
Drop one of them. Okay. To who? Because Cody's out. So who else?
Out.
Who deserves it, really?
They gonna fuck around and give it to Drew?
No.
Hoe-ass Drew?
They bet not.
It's either gonna be
Riddle,
Drew or AJ.
No, it's got to be no. I don't want Drew. AJ ain't done nothing enough for me to care. Riddle is
AJ still supposed to be beefing with Blue Brood, but now you know what I'm saying. Finn over there with the Finn.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that too.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that too.
We gonna talk about that too. And it ain't Blue Brood. It's the Judgment Day, nigga. Stop calling them Blue Brood.
Same thing.
It's not, bro. Look, what was I saying? Oh, so Riddle. I think is the Riddle is the only one. I feel like people were behind Riddle. They got the sympathy for Riddle. They love Riddle. With the whole shit what happened with Randy Orton and with them being invested in the bloodline, I think he can take one of the titles off of Roman. Roman can hold the Universal title, or he can take the Universal title. I don't know, whatever works. And then Riddle can run with the title, up until, maybe Riddle can run with the title for a few months, and then Roman can win it back, or something. I don't know. We'll figure. I have no idea, but whoever's champion at WrestleMania, this motherfucker with the torn pec needed.
Yes,
at Mania.
You're just a placeholder for
right.
Whenever he gets back.
Right. Now, Raider Raheem says Bobby Lashley. Here's the problem.
I'm not mad at that, but he's still beefing with Omos right now.
That big ass nigga. They ain't doing shit. Wait, hold up. Can we talk about Cedric Alexander real quick too?
Bro, what's up with him?
What is up with this nigga? This nigga looks pitiful, bro. This man look like a lost puppy who won his owner back, bro. Like, come on, bro.
It's the most embarrassing storyline for him, bro.
Bro, that man should have stayed in catering and just kept eating and chilling, bro. Like, why? You saw Shelton wasn't there because Shelton knew this bullshit.
Shelton ain't doing none of this.
Shelton ain't with because he know this bullshit, bro. He's like, fuck that.
Shelton been saying no.
He's like, no, you're not about to make me look like a fucking buffoon again. Shelton gets it, but Cedric, bro, like this man, Cedric just wants the Hurt Business back so bad, it ain't happening, bro. Like, did he try to interfere with Bobby Lashley match? Like, Bobby gonna be like, oh, okay, let's buddy again. Like, nah, bro, it's over, bro. Nobody cared. It's over. That time has passed. It hurts. I love the Hurt Business when there was a faction like that. But MVP don't want it. Bobby Lashley don't want it. So it ain't happening. Neither of them niggas want it. It ain't gonna happen. So have fun in catering. I was like, you know, that's all you can do, bro. At least you still got a job, bro. At least they didn't fire you.
Got a job.
You still got a job, bro. But I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. I feel bad for him, though, because he's an extremely talented dude, but they are not going to use him. They are not going to use him for anything.
Not at all.
You can tell, and it sucks.
And he kind of trapped because he can't go to AEW because AEW fired his wife. So they're not going to hire him.
This man taking so many L's, bro.
So...
Bro,
unless he want to go to Impact or something, like he kind of got to stay there.
Bro, he gonna go to the gymnasium.
Will it be? I mean, it'll be.
Maybe they could put him over in Ring of Honor.
I don't know.
I mean, if not, he better go over to Japan.
I don't think New Japan wants him.
They don't. Nobody want this nigga, bro. Nobody want this nigga. I feel bad for him, bro. Nobody wants this nigga at all, bro. Damn.
I think he'll do good on the indie scene though. Like if he leave WWE, I think he'll be able to book indie shows with no problem.
He can do that, but it's like, I mean, the money he probably, even him not doing nothing at WWE, he ain't gonna make as much money as he's making on the indies as he's making now. So I don't know if so I think he's just content with like, at least I still got a job, you know, here. Even though he probably doing, if anything, he doing dark matches or he doing matches on main event or if that, and or matches on live shows, you know, live event shows, if that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like, I don't know about Bobby Lashley being champion again, because ever since they put the title on him again, was it Elimination Chamber, and then they took it right back off him again right after that, like. After that, I was like, all right, they don't take him seriously as a champion. So, like, why would I care about him being champion again? And I feel like the people aren't behind Lashley, especially with him being away from MVP. I think that took away from his whole presentation. I think MVP without Lashley or Lashley without MVP doesn't feel the same at all. Not saying he needs him, but it felt better having MVP with Lashley.
It did. I feel you. Man. Them coming out wearing the suits and stuff, like it was a good look.
Yeah, it was. The whole like the Hurt Business, when they were all together, they felt important. They felt like somebody. Like when Lashley had the US title and, you know, Benjamin and Alexander had the tag titles, like that's when I was like, okay, this is something. This is like before the Bloodline happened, the Hurt Business I feel like was gonna be like the stable. Yeah. And honestly, I think that's why they broke up the Hurt Business, because they was gonna do the Bloodline. Now that I think about it, I think that's why they broke up the Hurt Business so soon, because I feel like the Bloodline was gonna happen, and they didn't want to have those two factions there, because I feel like they would have felt like they would have been too dominant, or it wouldn't have been enough attention put onto the Bloodline. Now that I think about it.
And then, like, if you think about it, ever since the Hurt Business came around, they kind of took some of the shine off of the New Day, because New Day was like the top team. Yeah. And then Hurt Business came around, like they was kind of beefing like on and off a little bit, but they was getting more TV time than New Day.
Yeah, rightfully so though. And I think that's not a problem, because the New Day is the New Day. They've been around for years. They've solidified longest reigning tag team champions. They're Hall of Famers. They're Hall of Famers at this point. Like all of them, well, two of them have been WWE champion. One's the King of the Ring. Like their accolades and accomplishments, you know, are justified. So I don't see why, and I don't know if I don't think the New Day had a problem with the Hurt Business being more TV time. But I think
they didn't care.
I think WWE loves the New Day so much. They were trying to protect that investment. I get it, because the New Day's big merch sellers, you know, they made up a lot of money. But I think WWE should let the Hurt Business breathe a little bit more, give it a little more life, you know, give them some more time, because you don't know, that could have been the next big stable that would have made them big money makers. Because like I feel like the New Day was for the kids, but the Hurt Business would have been for the older crowd. Like they would have been like, okay, I fuck with the Hurt Business. You know what I'm saying? I felt like they could have had both. Why could you not have had both? If anything, move one to another show. Have the Hurt Business on one show, have the New Day on another show. Boom, you're good. But again, I make too much sense sometimes.
But it was already working because Bloodline was already on SmackDown and Hurt Business was on Raw. So I mean, that also would have worked.
Exactly.
The New Day was the tricky part.
Yeah, but the New Day is made, so like it wouldn't have mattered no way. They would have still been them no matter what. So,
True.
But you know, it's all a what if now because now we got no business. Business is out. Exactly. But yeah, like anything else happened? I'm trying to think of something else. Great match. Well, let's talk about the Raw Women's title. Speaking of titles, Bianca Belair. The EST still doing her thing. Had a great triple threat match against Asuka and Becky Lynch at Hell in a Cell. Probably the best match of the night, to be honest. And it was an opening match.
They always do this. The women always put on like the best matches of the night.
Right?
Like,
exactly. Like
consistently.
One thing I will say is that Bianca and Becky have great chemistry in the ring. Great chemistry. Like every match they didn't put on has been a banger. So shout out to them for doing that. And Asuka, she came through and she really showed out too as well, even though she had to eat the pin for the match. And I kind of don't like how, since Asuka's been back, they kind of positioned her as that sort of like third wheel in this scenario. Like I feel like Asuka, came back and I feel like she should feel more important than she is, because now I feel like at this point, definitely now, she's gonna get lost back into the shuffle because they had the match on Raw for the new #1 contender, which is now Rhea Ripley of the Judgment Day and
Blue Brood.
Not Blue Brood. But so I feel like Asuka now is going to be just kind of like back to where she was, just floating around. I felt like she was just used as someone to take the pin in this whole Bianca Becky scenario, which I feel bad for Asuka because she just came back from injury. I feel like she needs to be treated as a bigger deal as she should be. And they need more, especially because now how the division is like sort of like thinning out. I think they need to move Asuka over to SmackDown, to be honest. I think Asuka needs to move to SmackDown because one, Ronda ain't got shit going on over there. Ronda got nobody over there. I feel like Asuka either needs to turn heel and go over to SmackDown, or Ronda needs to turn heel, or whatever it is, because I feel like it's too much going on over at Raw. You got Bianca, you got Becky, you got Asuka, you got Alexa Bliss, you got Rhea Ripley. It's too much over there. Who they got over at SmackDown? Nobody, because they ain't fired them. They suspended the tag champions who are on SmackDown as well. Charlotte gone. She got married. She on her honeymoon. She chilling, and nobody want to see that. Bayley still ain't back. I don't know where the fuck she at.
I don't know what's up with Bayley.
Bayley taking forever to come back, bro.
And Bayley been gone for like a year and a half, almost 2 years now.
I don't even know how bad her injury was. I think it was a knee injury. I don't think it was that bad. I think she's just chilling now. I think she just don't want to come back, bro. I think she see the bullshit that's going on. She's like, nah, I'm good. I'll wait. She's like, I'll wait. Or she's probably even more mad than what they did to Sasha. She's like, oh, hell no. You ain't doing this to my homegirl. But I don't know. It's like I feel like those divisions, and then Lacey Evans, she got moved to SmackDown. She was supposed to be on SmackDown, and she got moved to Raw, and she's back on SmackDown. It's like they don't know what the fuck they're really doing.
They don't know. That's just like how they announced that women's tag team tournament and then canceled it because they realized
why they ain't got no damn tag teams. What tag teams? You fired.
Where they at though?
Right? You got rid of all of them like a dumbass. Like you shouldn't like I said, they should just like they unified the tag titles. They should just unify the whole women's division, like completely, and just have them bounce on both shows. Like don't even and unify the single championship while you at it. So just unify everything. If you unify
if they unify the women's belts tomorrow, who do you think's going over, Ronda or Bianca?
Bianca should go over,
but it's gonna be Ronda.
It better not be Ronda, boring ass. What the fuck Ronda gonna do? Ronda don't.
It's gonna be Ronda.
Why would? It would be Ronda. You're right. And then just so you can say, oh, the baddest woman in the planet. Oh, the undisputed, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, exactly. And because she's the bigger name.
Yes, she's the bigger name.
So, yeah, I get it. So don't do that because, yeah. Because, like, now she about to get into a feud with Natalya. Nobody want to see that. Nobody want to see that. Didn't she already fight Natalya before anyway?
I think so. I can't hate on the title right now. I did just wear a whole ass Bret Hart jersey a couple days ago, so I can't say anything bad about the Hearts
No,
for
I'm
like a
look.
month.
I got nothing against Natalya. She a legend, but I feel like I just feel like one, her having a women's championship at this point doesn't really do anything at this point. Like it's like, okay, it's just another check mark. Check. I mean, she's already won it before, but I
Yes,
feel
yes.
like I feel like now is the time that we need to build new stars. Like if y'all want to really build up Shotzi, build up Aaliyah, build up Lacey, I guess, but make them feel important. Like, don't make them just feel like, oh, they just own there to be on there. It's like none of them feel important. That's what it is, though. And then, like I said, you got rid of Sasha and Naomi, possibly your two biggest baby faces on that brand because they stood up for themselves, and you want to make an example out of them. And Lord knows when they coming back or if they coming back. So, and Bailey is still going. Bailey was a heel when she left. So now, what, you gonna bring Bailey back as a baby face? Bailey's heel one is great. Bailey needs to stay heel because she is great as a heel. I don't want to see the hugger back. I don't want to see that back. So I don't know what they're gonna do with Bailey. Maybe that's what's taking Bailey so long to come back too, because she probably don't want to come back as a babyface.
Maybe. To really need to figure, well, what are we gonna do with the 24/7 scene? You know, for like that's where the eyes are. So 24/7 scene. I feel like that's the
Is it
future.
really?
That's
Dana Brooke, really? You know what's funny? They're saying that Becky Lynch is now Becky Lynch and Dana Brooke had a match right now. They're saying Becky Lynch is going after the 24/7 title, and they clown her now. They say all the mighty have fallen. So now I guess they're trying to put some importance on the 24/7 title, but because I think Dana Brooke beat Becky Lynch, so I guess I still don't give a fuck like about that title at all. But I mean, they're trying to make
it
it.
makes for like when they do it right, it does make for entertaining TV.
Yeah, when R-Truth,
Especially when R-Truth is like
R-Truth
R-Truth is
involved, it
great.
makes But it's like that title still means really, literally nothing. It's like there's no like you don't find it on the pay-per-view card. You don't find no prestige in it. It's a comedy title. It's a title that like they build comedy segments around. You know, and I get it. It's for entertainment, like you said. But like now that you got Becky Lynch involved, are you trying to make it important, or is it that you got nothing for Becky Lynch to do anymore? So I don't know what it is, but you know, shout out to all the 317 24/7 champions we've had thus far. Because like literally everybody had that goddamn belt. Shit. But I don't know. Anything else that went down? I'm trying to think of that. Oh, we gotta talk about
Dominic Mysterio came back. I don't know why he was.
I don't know why to get beat the fuck up again?
I don't know why they keep messing with that man.
Why the fuck they bring him back, bro? Veer Mahan destroyed that man's eternity a whole life, and they said bring him back. That man got flashbacks from fucking Colorado, bro. Look, Dominic Mysterio. I don't know. They need to move him down to NXT. Real talk. He needs to be in NXT. I don't know. I know because he's Rey Mysterio's son, and he's great, but he will thrive in NXT. He do not need to be on the main roster. He really don't. And Ray too old to be dealing with this shit, you know, anymore, bro.
He's too old to be babysitting his grown ass son.
Right. Like, bro, Ray trying to chill, bro. Ray done got done. You know what's funny is they doing Dominic like they used to do Ray back in the day when Ray would get fucked up unnecessarily.
I used to be fucking Ray up, but the clips of Ray Mysterio back in the day were always funny to watch. Remember the one where they dropped him on his head, bro?
Wait, remember when Big Show had him on a stretcher and picked him up?
That's what I'm talking about.
And then yeah, that's right. And he fell. Bro, when that man won the title, and then Cena came out and said, "Nah, nigga, not really," and took that shit from him the same night, bro. Bro, they did Ray so dirty so many times, bro. How you pit a man whose son, you know, is his son, and say, "We're gonna make a storyline that's not your son," and then we gonna have your family member pretend that it's his son, and then we gonna have him beat the fuck out of you for an extended period of time, and you still lose the feud, like, bro, man. That's shout out to Rey Mysterio. He's still hanging in there. He's still hanging in there. But no, going to your favorite group that you like to misname all the time, the Blue Brood, aka Judgment Day. So the Judgment Day, which consisted of Edge, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest, they had a match at Hell in a Cell against the fake Bullet Club plus Rhea Ripley. But they ain't fake. Okay, they OG Bullet Club plus Liv Morgan. But Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan. And they ended up getting the win, as they should, because they needed a win. Judgment Day definitely needed a win. So they went over it and they won. They beat who pinned? Was it AJ got pinned, right? No, AJ didn't get pinned. AJ got busted up. Finn took the pin. He took the pin. So
I remember Edge didn't want to really go in there.
Right. Edge didn't want to go there. Yeah. And then Edge ended up getting the spear and ended up after the distraction from Rhea Ripley. So fast forward to Raw. And then Edge is like the newest member of the Judgment Day. The nigga got speared and pinned last night, Finn Balor. So Finn Balor comes out and, you know, everybody's thinking, oh, Finn Balor's just going to like do this and he's going to like, you know, as a trick, you know, onto the whole Judgment Day. And then Damian Priest gets on the mic and he says, like, the only thing that's holding us back now is you. But he said that to Edge. And then Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Rhea Ripley all start jumping this nigga Edge. Just jumping this, putting the feet on this nigga.
Yo, it's like stomping that nigga the fuck out.
Stomping this nigga the fuck out. Bro, like on some gang shit, bro. I was like, God damn, nigga. So
he got jumped out of his own gang.
How the fuck that happened? How you get jumped out of the crew you started, bro? Bruh. It's like Larry Hoover getting stomped out of his own crew, bro. Like, how the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
I'm like Big Meech getting stomped out of BMF, nigga. How, bro? But so Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley and like I said, Damian Priest, they stomp him out. They beat him up. They kick him out of Judgment Day, and I don't know if they're still keeping the same name. That's gangster. If you make a name, you get beat out your group, and then they keep your name. You can't even keep your name.
Gotta keep the name.
They gotta keep the name out of disrespect. Keep calling themselves the Judgment Day, just cause. And Edge is out now. I think this is done for multiple reasons. Number one, they need a babyface. They need a top babyface because Cody's out. Everybody loves Edge, and also I think, to be honest, I feel like the Judgment Day. Let's keep it real. I feel like the Judgment Day really wasn't hitting like they should have.
It was,
but for some reason, after Finn came up and jumped the fuck out of this nigga, I care now.
This is I now I need to know what's about to happen.
Now
next,
I need to know
figure out
because
who's gonna be their talker.
Right. Because now, is it Finn? Is it Rhea? Or are they gonna add more group? But here's the thing. I feel like what Finn's gonna do with the Judgment Day is what he did in New Japan with the Bullet Club. And that makes me excited because if he can pull that off and make a Bullet Club, a legitimate Bullet Club via the Judgment Day, bro, Finn will soon become the top heel. Quickly. And I think this will finally give Finn Balor the importance that he's been looking for.
Yeah.
On top
of that, especially if they let them start adding new people too, and they just become like a whole mob, just like how Bullet Club became, where like they were just a gang at a certain point. Like,
and if you think about it, remember when Edge was posting all those pictures of all these different superstars, and we at first he posted Ciampa, we was like, yeah, that's right, that's who you pick. Then he kept posting people over and over again. But why are you posting all these niggas? We don't need all these niggas. Maybe that was the inclination that this is who's going to end up being in this new group. AJ might end up joining. Liv might end up joining. All these people who they got Ciampa, all these people who were kind of outcasted, people rid off. Finn's going to bring them all into this huge collective, like a Bullet Club, and everybody's going to be elevated. Imagine that's going to be dope. That's going to be crazy.
It will be interesting, but I just don't. But now, so if they make this super group that Finn forms, how would they slowly start to like break it apart? Who would they build up to go against this super group?
I mean, I think the best way to do it is look how the Bullet Club would do from within. Somebody turncoats. That's how it always happens in the Bullet Club. Somebody within the Bullet Club always ends up turning.
They always end up changing their leader out, and then the leader leaves to go join WWE.
Exactly. So it could be the same thing. They build up, and then at some point, somebody's like, "I'm tired of Finn. I want to be the new leader," and they turn on Finn, and then it splits up, or they do what they did to Edge. They kick that motherfucker out. and then we get a new leader, and it just kind of goes like that, because that's honestly the best thing they can do. And also, like I said, it gives, if they do this right, it'll give all those superstars who really are doing nothing a sense of importance. And Finn Balor was the OG, the one who. So it makes so much sense that he does this. And Edge, now he's gonna become a babyface again. He'll be the first one to kind of like try to combat against them. He's gonna fail, obviously, but I think also this is gonna becoming the main. This is gonna slowly become the main storyline across WWE TV. I think with Roman being out and the bloodline kind of being sort of like put on the back burner for a minute, this new Bullet Club that they're going to build is going to kind of spread across the brands. And Edge and maybe, whoever else that he can bring along will try to keep fighting this, and it'll be an ongoing storyline until Roman comes back or whatever it is. But I feel like just like you got the bloodline on SmackDown, you're going to have Finn's Bullet Club on Raw. And then when Cody finally comes back, and who's to say Finn don't end up, invading the blood like SmackDown and taking one of the titles off of Roman. They jump Roman, they say I want one of the titles, or they take it off him, or whatever happens. And if they want
to be legitimate, they're gonna need some type of belt. Like maybe they could have
boom,
they could have him feud with Theory and like take the belt off of Theory.
You could, or what they should do, because think about it, he's never gotten a shot, really. Well, he did, but he can go back after Roman. He can finally get the Universal title back. First ever Universal Champion.
He was.
He faced Roman, and he almost beat Roman until the ropes broke, and he lost. But it wasn't like, he was really, really lost. So maybe this is the way for Finn to get the Universal title back. Roman can hold on to the WWE Championship and then drop that to Cody. And then, I don't know. It's a lot going on, but something can happen. A lot of things can happen.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that's the best move. I think that's where they're going with it. Because like I said, AJ can join the group if he wants to, or AJ could be like against the group. He's like, no, I don't believe this is you, Finn, and he can side with Edge.
Yeah, he probably gonna join up with Edge. I feel like Edge and AJ probably finna form some type of tag team.
Yeah, and then also Liv. Will Liv join back up with Rhea, or will she combat it too? And then where does Ciampa fit into this? Because like Ciampa's, people saying they want Ciampa in this as well. So as well as other people. So I just think it's a lot to unpack, but it's intriguing. So they're trying to do something. What they're gonna do, I don't know, but they're trying to do something. But that's pretty much all the major things that went down in the world of wrestling. You got anything else you want to point out, just in case I missed something or we missed something?
No, we had all the important parts. So we had to talk about Edge getting put out of his own group. So we talked about that.
Right. So with that being said, we got Forbidden Door coming up. I don't know what the next WWE pay-per-view is coming up. But predictions. Who do you think is going to be the next AEW or the interim AEW champion? Wardlow? I say Wardlow. Wardlow would be good. I'm not sure who's all in this tournament. I don't want to see it on Moxley. I don't want to see it on Danielson yet. So either they put it back on Page, give Hangman Page a second run, or give it to Wardlow. Those are the only two I can think right now. That would make sense. Either Page, just to hold it off, but Wardlow is good because of the MJF situation, and it can roll nicely into the CM Punk situation. So, NXT thoughts? I don't watch that shit, really.
We don't watch that.
Braun Breaker, I think, is still the champ. Who had I don't like that name. I don't like Braun Breaker.
I don't like his name either.
But I know he's the champ. I know Mandy Rose is still dealing with she's in the toxic attraction, and she's dealing with somebody in some Asian chick in a cow costume with her name Wendy Chu or some shit. I don't know. Look.
Isn't that the lady who be going to sleep?
I don't know, bro. I don't watch that shit. Look, ever since they did my nigga Triple H wrong and took away the black and gold.
Yeah, I don't watch that shit.
I don't watch that shit, bro, because that ain't the real NXT to me. I know I might sound petty, but they was being petty to my nigga. All right,
it was.
They should have did that to him. They should have took away his baby like that, and all the talent he had fostered over there. Now look at him, Braun Breaker. Fuck, but yeah. NXT UK.
I've never seen that one episode of that show.
I don't watch that shit either. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't watch it. Okay. Dang, rain about to hit hard over here. But yeah, so I apologize to our NXT fans of UK and regular. You're gonna have to go somewhere else for that shit, because it ain't over here. Ain't over here. Like, I mean, you know. But we miss with Car. I will say though, the Usos' cousin or brother or little brother.
That's his brother, Solo.
Solo. Yeah, he cool. He needs to get that. He need to go ahead and get that title so then he can move over, and then, you know, or he can move up, spill over to the Bloodline. You know, that'd be cool. You know, or make the Bloodline, or have the Bloodline extend it to NXT. I might check it out then. And then they got like Great Value Bray Wyatt. What's his name? Joe Gacy.
I don't know, bro.
It's some nigga named Joe Gacy. That's a Great Value Bray Wyatt, bro. Real talk.
He been doing magic tricks.
I don't know what he be doing. He be doing. He got like druids and he be trying to be all creepy and cryptic and shit. I don't know, bro. I be seeing shit, and he got a bad comb over. He be wearing tight button up shirts, but it ain't. And he looks sweaty all the time, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck going on over there, bro. I miss Triple H, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, why they take everything away from that man, bro? I don't know, but yeah. So out to NXT, I guess. You could keep doing what you're doing over there because somebody watching it. Radio Raheem over there watching it, apparently. NXT Antarctica. The Penguins be wrestling over there. But yeah, we appreciate y'all coming through for DEW Takeover 3. You see, we call it Takeover 3 because the OG NXT was the real shit. We don't call it. We don't whatever the fuck they call NXT now. We don't do that. We OGs over here, black and gold. But we appreciate y'all, as always, coming through for a dope episode of DEG and DEW. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. We will be back next week for a gaming week with the whole crew. Uno is the move, supposedly, hopefully. So that should be a lot of fun. And make sure you, like I said, go back and watch our episode on YouTube with Pro Flash, our Splitgate episode. If you've not checked that out, very, very dope. And also, I'm gonna announce it here. It's already been announced, but we'll talk more about it. Odd Friday battle on July 1st. Myself and BC 430 are going at it finally. De La Soul versus Tribe Called Quest. It's happening. All right, more info on that will be coming down the pipeline soon, but I want to just announce it here if you didn't hear about the news. But it should be a good time. I'm excited. Bloodbath is going to be there with the Kev Cam. So, look, this is the first DEW. This is going to be the first DEW Odd Friday.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, look, a lot's going to happen. So you got to tune in. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. Look, I'm going to come ready with the wrestling references. So, be ready.
I got you. I'm gonna be ready.
We gonna be ready.
Worry about me.
So
they
be ready.
They don't be understanding the wrestling references. So
the references is gonna be there. I'm telling you right now. So get ready.
Bro, somebody in the chat last Friday was like, "Why is Kev dressed like Bret the Hitman?"
I would have if I was there, I would have got you. I
let it go. I read it. I was like, "Okay." Beezy and Mike was laughing hard as fuck. Like, "Oh, this is so funny." And I said, "I'm dressed like this because this hockey team is owned by Bret the Hitman Hart." Had all the facts. I sit there and hold that L.
The excellence of execution.
Exactly.
They don't know. They don't know. They don't understand.
They don't understand.
They don't understand, but they'll get it. But yeah, so make sure you stay tuned for more information on that. Kev, you got anything coming up on Hold It Down?
Hold It Down Pod episode dropping tomorrow. Be on the lookout. We doing our recap of round 2 of Ultimate Madness.
Bet. And as for me, I'll be wanting to stream sometimes, but look, there's a lot going on. Like, my kid out of school, I ain't got time. I got to work with this album still. You know, a lot still be happening. So, look, if something happens, something happens. If not, new album is still on the way. We're still working on it. We almost there. So make sure you look out for that. But you won't catch me here. You know what it is. Every Tuesday. You know, never fails. But other than that, y'all, we appreciate you. We'll see y'all next week, the full crew in effect. And I hope you enjoyed yourselves. DEW Takeover 3 in the books. You know what it is. Grand out. Bloodbath. Yep. And we are out of here. Peace out.
Peace.
All right, y'all. So, quick post show. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the DEW Takeover. We're going to find out who we going to raid. But look. I'm not NXT shaming. I just don't watch the shit.
We just don't watch that shit.
I used to when it was good, but not no more. You know, it's all good. Look. But it is what it is. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed it. You know, another successful DEW takeover. You know how we do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know?
We hit all the important talking points.
We did. We covered a good ground. See, we said we gave you a good hour of gaming content and a good hour of wrestling content. Even balance around here. You know, we can't say we.
Look, how you pop back up after all that? Just talk shit.
He was here the whole time. He was listening. He was interested. He was like, what? They jumped Edge? What? That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you mean they put the whole feet on him? He was like, Athena's back. Oh my God, I love her. But, you know, so he ain't gonna admit it.
He not.
He never will. And like I said, we will see y'all next week
for the gaming week.
And like I said, if y'all are ready for some toxicity with the whole Uno. Look, I'm excited, but also I don't know how crazy it's gonna get. We stacking, right?
Yeah, that's
okay. Okay, I'm making sure because I don't know how y'all. Some people be like, nah, that ain't the real rules. Fuck the real rules. This is our rules. So yeah, I'm saying I'm trying to make niggas draw 16 out here.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm with that. I'm with all of that.
I'm trying to banish niggas to the shadow realm. That's what I'm trying to do. So make sure y'all tune into that because that should be a good time. We'll all be in full effect. And other than that, y'all be safe. Y'all take care of yourselves, and we will see y'all next week. And we out of here. Enjoy Serious Sensei. Peace out.
Peace.
Dallas is Big D. The D is Detroit. I don't know why people. I saw it on Twitter. I don't know how people's confusing that. You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard that before.
It's like, you know, it's like the G is Gary. You know. It's like Greensboro. It's like, you know, look.
You're the first person I heard say the G.
Because you know why?
And I was corrected when I found out somebody, because I said it on Dead Hip Hop one week, and then the fans corrected me and said that Freddie Gibbs has also said the G before.
It is the G.